Hello everybody, welcome back to the Image channel, and today, something very exciting. I'm about to do something that would normally cause problems. That is a white plane in front of the camera with that horrific flickering. So this is using the Blackmagic camera app. Completely default settings. All I've done is I've increased the FPS from 24 to 60 FPS, and I've reduced the shutter speed, which is the bit that actually fixes the flickering, or fixes the flickering even, down to 1/100, because I'm in a 50 Hz country. If you're in the States, do it as a multiple of 60. So 120 would be in this case, but it means I can put things in front of the screen and they won't flicker. That's fantastic. So the Blackmagic camera app is free on the App Store. So if you do want to do these type of videos like me, that's an option for you. So yeah, we're going to be working on the X7, or the SkySurfer, or whatever the hell it's called this week. And our first job is I want to run a servo cable from, well, in this middle section. So we're not going to use this middle section because we're going to have our servos mounted on the outside. So I want to run a wire from here all the way until it comes out the back. Actually, this is the wrong side. It's this side. So in theory, in fact, there's a slot for it. So the wire's going to come out of there, and that's going to be the wire for our receiver. So we keep the receiver well away from our video transmitter in the front. So first things first, let's break out the control rods. Yes, kind of going off script. One of the things I kind of like about these planes, where they're not meant for FPV, you actually get the fun job of trying to modify them. So, I think what I'm going to use, if we've got any, is some control snake, I believe is the technical term. Here we go. This is the stuff. So as you can sort of tell, it's a blue tube with a yellow tube inside, and you can screw stuff into the end. So that would be used for like a throttle control maybe. I'm going to use it for something different, and there's possibly a bit of tube barrel mount in there. What I used to use this for in the past is if you had a V antenna, or any sort of other antenna, and that's this, £4.50, I think we've got 5 of these. Mount your antenna to that, mount this to the plane, and then you've got an antenna that you can take off and swap. I think it looks like your V antennas, things like that. So let's see if this is the right size. So it used to go from there, following sort of that shape, to exit out there. So it's actually, because that's the exit, longer than we even need. I think you can warm these up a little bit. So next thing we need to do is to find a suitable extension lead. So I'm going to pause this and make sure that the flickering really isn't there. Also, can I change lenses still? Okay, that's further zoomed down. Zoom down. That's zoomed in even further. And I can jump to the front, which I'm not going to do. But there we are. Right. I really like this app. It's very advanced, but we'll slowly learn it. So, let me get a wire sorted out, and we'll go from there. Bear me one moment. Okay, so I managed to find a scrap of twisted cable that will fit in our tube, and already has a Futaba connector on the end, so that's ready to go. I've lined the tube up inside the plane. It needs to go a little bit further forward, but that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. It does stick out a little bit, so it'll be going to the side a little bit, but not enough for it to be a problem. This one goes in more or less half, so it is going to be taking up space into the other side. This one I have had to open out, I think mostly because of this splodge. And then that I need to bend and have it sticking out the top here. So I'm going to work that bend a little bit, and then I'm going to just tap glue, or spot glue, with a bit of super glue in each of these channels. What I am going to do is try and find a little bit of the plane that doesn't matter, that I will be able to, probably around here, cut a section out, glue, basically cut square out, cut that square in half, glue them back together, and make sure the super glue doesn't melt it or anything. So we'll give that a go, and I go from there. Okay, so I'm looking at trying to get this tube glued in. I've got it bent roughly right. All these bits will be fine, and we can get the bend around here. But I want to taste. I definitely want to taste. I want to test the super glue. So this is the cheapo Hobby King stuff, and then this is the kicker we normally use, the Zip kicker. So I sacrificed a little bit of foam out of the plane, cut it in half, tried gluing it together. Step number 1, it didn't melt. But I didn't know that this was out, so I was trying to fight and eventually ended up just dribbling some on. But some of the issue that we had was, well, I mean, you can see it there. It's not glued together eventually in the end. It's sticky. It's stuck from the foam to me quite well. So there was a bit of hope that maybe the tube to the foam would work, but foam to foam didn't. But then I remembered I hadn't sanded it. So, with the old permanent grip sanding block, cut another piece out a bit further down, sanded all the pieces, glued it together, and that is solid. So I'm not sure if there was mould release or just too smooth, but sanding everything, that's a really good bond. You know, that's a bond that'll do for holding the servos in, it'll do for holding this tube in. Gluing the sides together, probably use E6000 glue. Need to make sure I've got some. I probably won't, so I'll have to get some of that ordered as well as some kicker. So an expensive day at the local hobby shop online and on Amazon or whatever for the E6000 glue. But to be honest with you, without having the proper spray, this does kind of knacker stuff up a little bit. Yes. So, packing it all away. Not a lot, but it's done something. This is honestly the first time I've been in the workshop since the last time we were here. I may try and do a video on this camera. If not, we'll see. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.